No. Cow is going to speak, no? No, Dharma will speak. Cow has spoken. Dharma Uvacha, that is 17th chapter, 17th verse. So Dharma asked, why are you crying? And the answer is Krishna has left to his abode. So is it that you're seeing my cut legs? That is why you're crying. That was the question asked. Here, Dhenu says, you are offenseless, you're honest. I wish all good to you. So in this way, Dhenu Vacha we did last time. Yes. We did what about the one second, let us see, let us go back a little. Parishad Maharaj repeatedly asked. That was in the earlier chapter. Now here Parishad Maharaj is asking, who did this? Who has cut your legs? The conversation between the cow and the bull was in the previous verse, previous chapter. Now Parishad Maharaj is asking, who has cut your legs? You're so innocent, you're offenseless. And then whoever causes offenseless living beings to suffer must fear me, because I am the king. Now, it is a duty of the king to give protection to the law-abiding people. So now Dharma is answering. Dharma uvacha. Etadva pandaveyanam yukta bhayam vachah yesham gunagunai krishno dautyado bhagavan kritah. Dharma is answering. These words just spoken by you befit a person of the Pandava dynasty. The words what you have spoken, it itself shows that you are from Pandava dynasty. Befits yuktam. Artaha abhyam. In this way, it gives abhaya. It gives fearlessness. Abhaya. Vachaha. Your speech is so wonderful. Guna gunaihi Krishnaha dautyadav. So Lord became dautyadav, became the messenger. Bhagavan Kutaha. He performed the activities of a messenger. Why? Because Pandavas are having such qualification, guna gunaihi. That is why Lord prefers to be a messenger for the Pandavas. And your speech is giving fearlessness. Abhayam, artha. For the sufferers, it gives fearlessness. Now, that is not directly given in the translation, but in the word to word meaning, it is there. Artha, abhay. So, our speech should be in such a way that it should be kind, not only kind. We have spoken about 6 types of speech. Ramayana speaks about it. So truth also should be there at the same time. It should give fearlessness. It should not give anxiety to others. So the speech should be very wonderful. It should be soothing. It should accommodate everyone. It should accommodate the feelings of others. So that is what is given. The speech of the Pandavas are so nice. You befit that family. Okay, Ashwakanija Prabhu, please read.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम एतद्वा पाण्डवेयानां युक्तमार्थाभयं वचः येषां गुणगुणैः कृष्णो दोत्य आदो भगवान् कृत Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Purport. The assurances and challenges made by Maharaja Parikshit are never exaggerations of his real power. The Maharaj said that even the denizens of heaven could not escape his stringent government if they were violators of religious principles. He was not falsely proud, for a devotee of the Lord is equally as powerful as the Lord, or sometimes more powerful by His grace, and any promise made by a devotee, though it may be ordinarily very difficult to fulfill, is properly executed by the grace of the Lord. The Pandavas, by their unalloyed devotional service and full surrender unto the Lord, made it possible for the Lord to become a chariot driver or sometimes their latter messenger. Such duties executed by the Lord for his devotee are always very pleasing to the Lord because the Lord wants to render service to his unallied devotee, whose life has no other engagement than to serve the Lord with full love and devotion. Maharaja Parikshit, grandson of Arjuna, the celebrated friendly servitor of the Lord, was a pure devotee of the Lord like his grandfather, and therefore the Lord was always with him even from the time when he was helplessly lying in the womb of his mother and was attacked by the blazing Brahmastra weapon of Ashwatthama. A devotee is always under the protection of the Lord, and therefore the assurance of protection by Maharaja Parikshit could never be without meaning. The personality of religion accepted this fact and thus thanked the king for his being true to his exalted position. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So his position has been given that how he is protected right from the womb. That is why when he gives the words, Krishna says, Name Bhakta Pranashati. He told Arjuna to give the words. That means Krishna protects the words of the devotees. And Parikshit Maharaj is a pure devotee. He comes from the family of Pandavas, who are pure devotees. And in this way, Parikshit Maharaj is protected right from the womb. That means Lord is there with him at every step. And that is why the words given by Parikshit Maharaj is, is going to become true. Lord is going to protect the words of the devotees. Janena gasyagham yunjam sarvatosya cha madbhayam sadhunam bhadrameva sya sadhu sadhudamane krute asadhudamane krute जनेनाघ्यस्यघं युञ्जन् सर्वतोऽस्य च मद्भयं साधूनां भद्रमेव स्यात् असाधुदमने कृते जने to the living entities anaghasi those who are offenseless agham sufferings yunjam by applying sarvatah anyone and everywhere asya of such offenders cha and madbhayam fear me sadhuna or the honest persons bhadram good fortune eva certainly syat will take place asadhu dishonest miscreants damane ka krute being so done. So whoever causes offenseless living beings to suffer must fear me anywhere and everywhere in the world. By curbing dishonest miscreants, one automatically benefits the offenseless. So whoever causes offenseless living beings to suffer, they must. Anyway, where I think I went behind. Sorry. Really, I thought where Dharma was to speak this. Anyhow, let us see 18th verse. न वयं क्लेशबीजानि यथा स्युः पुरुषर्षभ पुरुषं तं विजानीमो वाक्यभेदविमोहिताः न वयं not we क्लेशबीजानि the root cause of sufferings yatah wherefrom स्यु it so happens purusharshava O greatest of all human beings purusham the person tam that vijanimah no vakyabhedah difference of opinion vimotah Vimohitaha, bewildered by. So here, for greatest among human beings, it is very difficult to ascertain the particular miscreant who has caused our sufferings. Because we are bewildered by all the different opinions of theoretical philosophers. Dharma is speaking this. The bull is personified by Dharma. Now, Dharma is a personification of the bull. So, Dharma says we cannot say who has given us sufferings because there are so many theoretical philosophers who have given many wrong interpretations, many different opinions. Muni, they are all known as technically Muni. So many theories have come. There are 6 philosophical theories. They are known as atheistic philosophies, Shaddarshan, atheistic philosophies. So, in that atheistic philosophy, you have Kannada. Kannada who has given Vaisheshika. Gautama has given Nyaya. Patanjali has given Yoga. Kapila has given Sankhya. Jaimini has given Karma Mimamsa. Vyasa, Vyasadeva, he has given Vedanta Darshan. Again, not complete uh, devotion has been given by Vyasadeva. Only when he wrote Bhagavatam, that is why Narada comes and criticizes. Why are you giving all these things? Vedanta Darshana he has given. So Kannada Vaisheshika. You have Vaisheshika, Nyaya, Sankhya. All these things are known as atheistic philosophy. What it speaks about? It speaks about who is the creator. According to Vaisheshika philosophy, atom is the creator. Except Lord everything. Gautama says, no, molecule is the creator. From the molecule, everything comes. He is the cause of creation. Patanjali says, no, this whole mystic yoga is the cause of creation. Then Sankhya speaks about this nature is the cause of creation. Jaimini says, no, karma is the cause of creation. Vyasadeva is giving Vedanta Darshan. He speaks about Vedanta Darshan, Karma Yoga and all these things. Slowly he sneaks in Bhakti. But still it is not called as complete. Okay, so these are given here. So theoretical people, they have given many views. And these views are atheistic. It is not directly speaking about Krishna. Though Vedavyasa, he refuted the Karma Mimamsa, but still he himself also has not given the complete philosophy. But when it comes to Bhagavatam, there Krishna is the cause of all creation has come. Okay? Kamlakshi Mataji read.
Hare Krishna Madhitandas Pranam Mataji. Text 18. Navayam Klesha Bijani Yatashriyu Purusharsabha Purusham Tam Bijani Mo Vakya Peda Vimokitaga. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. For greatest amongst human beings, it is very difficult to ascertain the particular miscreant who has caused our sufferings, because who are bewildered by all the different opinions of theoretical philosophers. Purport. There are many theoretical philosophers in the world who put forward their own theories of cause and effect, especially about the cause of sufferings and its effect on different living beings. Generally, there are 6 great philosophers. Kannada, the author of Visheshika philosophy; Gautama, the author of logic; Patanjali, the author of mystic yoga; Kapila, the author of Sankhya philosophy; Jaimini, the author of karma Mimamsa, and Vyasadeva, the author of Vedanta Darshana. Although the bull, or the personality of religion, and the cow, the personality of the earth, knew perfectly well that the personality of Kali was the direct cause of their suffering. Still, as devotees of the Lord, they knew well also that without the sanction of the Lord, no one could inflict trouble upon them. According to the Bhatma Prana, our present trouble is due to the rectifying of seedling sins. But even those seedling sins also gradually fade out away by execution of pure devotional service. Thus, even if the devotees see the mischief mongers, they do not accuse them for the sufferings inflicted. They take it for granted that the mischief monger is made to act by some indirect cause, and therefore they tolerate the sufferings, thinking them to the God given in small doses, for otherwise the sufferings would have been greater. Maharaja Parikshit wanted to get a statement of accusation against the direct mischief monger, but they declined to give it on the above mentioned grounds. Speculative philosophers, however, do not recognize the sanction of the Lord. They try to find out the cause of suffering in their own way, as will be described in the following verses. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, such speculators are themselves bewildered, and thus they cannot know that the ultimate cause of all causes is the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
19th verse. Vikalpavasana आहुरात्मनात्मनाम् आहुरात्मानम् आत्मनः दैवम् अन्ये परे कर्म स्वभावम् अपरे प्रभुम्. Kechit, some of them, vikalpavasana, those who deny all kinds of duality, ahu, declare, atmanam, own self, atmanah, of the self, daivam, superhuman, anye, others, apare, someone else, karma, activity, swabhavam, material nature, apare, many other, prabhum, authorities. So some of the philosophers who deny all sorts of duality declare that one's own self is responsible for his personal happiness and distress. Others say that superhuman powers are responsible. Others say activity is responsible. Gross materialists may maintain that nature is the ultimate cause. So who is the cause of our suffering? So variety answers are there. Your own karmas, your own self, this nature, superhuman powers. So they are the cause of everything. Cause of creation, cause of suffering, cause of one's being in this material world. So answers are given because the question is asked, who has caused you the suffering? Parikshit Maharaj is asking. So Dharma says, how can I say that? There are many people who are causing sufferings to me. There are many answers. How can I ascertain who has caused me suffering? Because there are many opinions given by the theoretical philosophers. So who is the cause of one's suffering? Somebody can say one's own fruitive activity. Somebody can say superhuman gods. Somebody can say there is superior authority. Somebody can say because of the influence of a fruitive activity. All these things are different answers which has been given. Okay. Prabhuji, please speak. Please say Vedic. Your name is Vedic Kapoor or what now? Why are you writing Vedic Kapoor? Yes, Prabhu, I don't know. Your name is Neelghanna something. Haribol?
Yeah, Mataji, I am actually logged in from my daughter's mobile. Yeah, sorry, laptop.
Now your name is what?
I will change the name, Mataji. I'm sorry. I did not notice that so much.
So what is the initiated name? Initiated name?
Vedita, my initiated name is Narottam Vilas Das, Mataji.
Narottam Das, Prabhu.
Hari, Hari.
10 times if I tell you, I'll remember.
Hari, Hari, Hari.
Very purified also. So nice name, Narottam Das.
Hari, Hari.
Great, Prabhuji.
So,
Read 17th, which verse? 19th verse.
should I read that, Mataji?
Yeah, read the verse, read the purport.
Okay, Mataji. Sure. Hare Krishna. केचिद् विकल्पवसना आहुरात्मानमात्मना दैवमन्ये परे कर्म स्वभावं परे प्रभुम्. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Some of the philosophers who deny all sorts of duality declare that one's own self is responsible for his personal happiness and distress. Others say that superhuman powers are responsible, while yet others say that activity is responsible, and the gross materialists maintain that the nature is the ultimate cause. Purport. Hare Krishna. As referred to the above, philosophers like Jamini and his followers established that the fruitive activity is the root cause of all distress and happiness, and that even if there is a superior authority, some superhuman powerful god or gods, he or they are also under the influence of fruitive activity because they reward results according to one's action. They say that action is not independent because action is performed by some performer. Therefore, the performer himself is the cause of his own happiness or distress. In the Bhagavad Gita 6.5, also it is confirmed that by one's mind freed from material affection, one can deliver himself from the suffering of material pangs. So, one should not entangle oneself in matter by the mind's material affections. Thus, one's own mind is one's friend or enemy in one's material happiness and distress. Atheistic, materialistic Sankhyaites conclude that material nature is the cause of all causes. According to them, combinations of material elements are the causes of material happiness and distress. And disintegration of matter is the cause of freedom from all material pangs. Gautama and Kannada find that atomic combination is the cause of everything. And impersonalists like Ashtavakra discover that the spiritual effulgence of Brahman is the cause of all causes. But in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord himself declares that he is the source of impersonal Brahman, and therefore he, the personality of Godhead, is the ultimate cause of all causes. It is also confirmed in the Brahma Samhita that Lord Krishna is the ultimate cause of all causes. Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvats Pranam.
So, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, write down this properly. 6 statistic. Nyaya, Gautama, Vaisheshika, Kannada, Sankhya, that is Kapila, Yoga, Patanjali, Karmamimamsa, Uttarvimamsa, Jaimini, and Vyasa. Vyasa speaks here, Vedanta here speaks about impersonal Brahman. Still, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is yet not told by even Vyasadeva in the 6 atheistic philosophy. The first is Nyaya. Nyaya is atom. Atom is the cause of everything. Then Nyaya, then what is it? Yeah. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, sorry, Vaisheshika. Vaisheshika comes as molecules. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, then Sankhya, nature. Understanding this much only. Cause. What is a cause? Atom is a cause. Molecule is a cause. Nature is a cause. Your this yoga speaks about imaginary Paramatma. This imaginary Paramatma, focus on the imaginary Paramatma. That is what is spoken by Patanjali. Patanjali yoga system is an atheistic yoga system. Imagine there is a Paramatma. And then you give up all your sufferings. How to give up all the sufferings? By imagining a Paramatma and focusing on that. So in this way, karma mimamsa. Your karma is the cause. Then impersonal Brahman is the cause. See, in this way, actually, it's the most confusing philosophies. All the 6 philosophies are confusing philosophies. But who has given this? Big rishis? Gautama, Kannada, then you have Kapila. Now, when we are speaking about Sankhya Kapila, this is impostor Kapila. Don't tell about Kapil Dev, Lord Kapil Dev. No, not Lord Kapil Dev has given. This is impostor Kapila, who has given a atheistic philosophy. Then Patanjali, then Jaimini, then Vedavyasa. Okay. Then in Brahma Samhita, it has been clearly declared. Ishvara Paramakrishna, Chidananda Vigraha, Nadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam is a cause of all causes. Apratarkyad anirdeshyad iti keshvapi nishchayah atraanurupam maharajarshe vimrusha samanishaya. Apratarkyat, beyond the personal power of reasoning. Anirdeshyat, beyond the power of thinking. Iti, thus, keshu, someone. Api, also. Nishchaya, definitely concluded. Atra, herein. Anurupam, which of them is right? Rajarishe, O sage among the kings. Vimarsha, judge yourself. Swa, by your own. Manishaya, by your intelligence. So there are some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress by argumentation, nor know it by imagination, nor express by words. So Rajarishi, sage among the kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. So we don't know who is right, who is wrong. What is right, what is wrong, that should be known. Now here, what is the cause of distress? That should be seen. That cannot be done by any argument or by any imagination. What is right, what is wrong, one cannot understand that. That means the theory is given by them, whether wrong or right. Anyhow, we have to do it by our own intelligence. No one is able to ascertain what is right, what is wrong. So better you use your intelligence and you yourself judge what is right, what is wrong. I was hearing to one class, very nicely it has been said. Who is right, who is wrong? You don't have to analyze that. What is right, what is wrong? What the situation demands. That is most important. So the whole time goes in just fighting among who is right, who is wrong. And somebody says, I am right. Somebody will say, I am right. What is right? What the situation demands? That should be analyzed. Okay. So here it has been said, very difficult to analyze. You yourself analyze what is right, what is wrong. Who has given me sufferings? You yours don't ask me any question. Because if you ask me question, I myself I am confused because there are so many who has destroyed the dharma. There are so many who have destroyed me, caused me suffering. Okay. Gadadhar Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Nam to you. अपरतर्क्यात् अनिर्देशात् इति केशव अपि निश्चयः अत्रानुरूपकं राजर्षे विमृशस्व मनीषया. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are also some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress by argumentation, nor know it by imagination, nor express it by words. O sage amongst the kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Vaishnavas, the devotees of Lord, do believe, as above explained, that nothing can take place without the sanction of the Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Director, and he confirms the Bhagavad Gita 15.15 that he, or as all-pervading Paramatma, stays in everyone's heart and keeps vigilance over all actions and witness all activities. The argument of the atheist that one cannot be punished for one's misdeed unless proved before a qualified justice is refuted herein. For we accept the perpetual witness and constant companion of the living being. A living being may forget all that he might have done in this past or present life, but one must know that in the same tree of the material body, the individual soul and the supreme soul as Paramatma are sitting like two birds. One of them, the living being, is enjoying the fruits of the tree, whereas the supreme being is there to witness the activities. Therefore, the Paramatma feature, the supreme soul, is actually the witness of all activities of the living being. And only by his direction can the living being remember or forget what he might have done in the past. He is therefore both all-pervading impersonal Brahman and the localized Paramatma in everyone's heart. He is the knower of all the past, present, and future, and nothing can be concealed from him. The devotees know this truth, and therefore they discharge their duties sincerely without being overly anxious for rewards. Besides that, one cannot estimate the Lord's reactions either by speculation or by scholarship. Why does he put some into difficulty and not others? And he is the supreme knower of the Vedic knowledge, and thus he is the factual Vedantist. At the same time, he is the compiler of the Vedanta. No one is independent of him, and everyone is engaged in his service in different ways. In the conditioned state, such services are rendered by the living being under force of the material nature, whereas the liberated state, the living being is helped by the spiritual nature in the voluntary loving service of the Lord. There is no incongruity or inevitability in his actions. All are on the path of absolute truth. Bhishmadeva correctly estimated that inconceivable actions of the Lord. The conclusion is therefore the sufferings of the representative of the religion and the representative of the earth at present before Maharaja Parikshit were planned to prove that Maharaja Parikshit was the ideal executive head because he knew well how to give protection to the cows, the earth, and the Brahmanas' religious principles, the two pillars of the spiritual advancement. Everyone is under the full control of the Lord. He is quite correct in his action when he desires something to be done by someone, irrespective of the consideration of the particular case. Maharaja Parikshit was thus put to test for his greatness. Now let us see how he solves it by his sagacious mind. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
So Maharaj Parikshit is known. He is known for the protection given to the cows and the Brahmanas. That is how an ideal administrator is. But Krishna is known for being the Lord of cows and Brahmanas. Namo Brahmana Deva. Go Brahman Hitaya. Jagatitaya Krishna Govindaya Namo Namah. That is why Parikshit Maharaj, he was thus put to test for his greatness. Now let us see how is he going to solve this situation of adharma. Sutuvacha. Evam dharme pravadati samrat द्विज सत्तमा समाहितेन मनसा विखेद पर्यचष्टतम्. Sutovacha says, Suta Goswami says, Evam dharme pravadati. In this way the dharma speak. Now Maharaj Parikshit, Saha Samrat, Dvijasattama is the best among the Brahmanas. Samahitena, he heard with proper attention. Manasaha vikhedaha, without any mistake, and or regret, he gave his reply. He was fully satisfied. When he heard, he was fully satisfied. And in this way, without any mistake or any doubt, he just gave a wonderful reply. Because he is not confused. He is not confused. Confusion will not allow a person to speak without mistake. So only when a person has no doubt, only then can take a proper decision. Indecisive mind, that means confused mind. He is not confused. Parikshit Maharaj has heard everything. So when a person is not confused, when he has the ears open, when he takes the messages in a proper way. Now see, Dharma is speaking and he is hearing because he wants to know who is giving him trouble. So he has heard everything so nicely that he is now having no doubt, no regret, and without any mistake, he is going to speak. Okay, Vaikunteshwari Mataji, you read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Sutuvacha evam dharma pravadati sas samratya dvijasattamaha samahitena manasa vikhedah prayaschatah tama. Translation. Suta Goswami said, O best among the Brahmana, the Emperor Parikshit, thus hearing the personality of religion speak, was fully satisfied and without mistake or regret, he gave his reply. Purport. The statement of the bull, the personality of religion, was full of philosophy and knowledge, and the king was satisfied. Since he could understand that the suffering bull was not an ordinary one, Unless one is perfectly conversant with the law of the Supreme Lord, one cannot speak such things touching philosophical truth. The emperor, being also on an equal level of sagacity, replied to the point. Sagacity replied to the point without doubt or mistake. Hare Krishna.
राजोवाच धर्म ब्रवीषि धर्मज्ञ धर्मोऽसि वृषरूपधृ यदर्मा कृतस्थान यधर्म कृतस्थानं सूचकस्यापि तद्भवेत् धर्मं ब्रवीषि धर्मज्ञ. Bravishi means you have spoken. O Dharma, you know the law, codes of religion, Dharmagya. You have spoken because you know the codes of religion. You can speak on the point when you know that point. Dharmosi Vrishadrupadruk. Dharma, Dharmagya, Dharma Asi. You are the personality of religion. Vrishadrupadruk. Visharupadruk. You have come in the form of a bull. Yada Dharma Kritasthanam. You also know what is irreligiosity and the place of irreligiosity. What are the places where irreligiosity prevails? Because you are Chushaksha, Chuchak, Suchak, Suchakasya. You are the identifier. So in this way, you are no other than the personality of religion. First thing. Now he's not at all confused. He is not that the bull is not an ordinary bull. The bull is actually the personality of religion, dharma. That is why he's speaking on the dharma. And then you know in which places irreligious acts happens. Okay. Jumo read.
Ji, maybe she is putting Manjari to sleep, so I'll read on her behalf.
Yes.
राजोवाच धर्मं ब्रवीषि धर्मज्ञ धर्मोऽसि वृषरूपधृक् यदा यदधर्मा कृतस्थानं तु च कस्यापि तद्भवेत्. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The king said, O you who are in the form of a bull, you know the truth of religion, and you are speaking according to the principle that the destination intended for the perpetrator of irreligious acts is also intended for one who identifies the perpetrator. You are no other than the personality of religion. And purport by Srila Prabhupada. A devotee's conclusion is that no one is directly responsible for being a benefactor or mischief monger without the sanction of the Lord. Therefore, he does not consider anyone to be directly responsible for such action. But in both the cases, he takes it for granted that either benefit or loss is God sent, and thus it is his grace. In case of benefit, no one will deny that it is God sent. But in case of loss or reverses, one becomes doubtful about how the Lord could be so unkind to his devotee as to put him in great difficulty. Jesus Christ was seemingly put into such great difficulty, being crucified by the ignorant. But he was never angry at the mischief mongers. That is the way of accepting a thing, either favorable or unfavorable. Thus, for a devotee, the identifier is equally a sinner like the mischief monger. By God's grace, the devotee tolerates all reverses. Maharaj Parikshit observed this, and therefore he could understand that the bull was no other than the personality of religion himself. In other words, a devotee has no suffering at all because so called suffering is also God's grace for a devotee who sees God in everything. The bull and the cow and the bull never placed any complaint before the king for being tortured by the personality of Kali, although everyone lodges such complaints before the state authorities. The extraordinary behavior of the bull made the king conclude that the bull was certainly the personality of religion, for no one else could understand the finer intricacies of the codes of religion. Hare Krishna.
Only great personality never finds any faults.
Mataji, one small
Neither,
clarification.
neither grudges any consequences also. Even if something adverse happens, something favorable happens, he doesn't blame anyone. He leaves it to the mercy of Lord. That is what are the great personalities. It's not so easy to bear all the circumstances. Titikshvaha, Lord says, Matra Sparshas to Kaunteya, Shitoshna Sukhadukkata, Agamapayino Nityaha Tan Titikshasva Bharata. Not so easy to tolerate situations. Only great personalities they can. They never blame anyone. If something wrong happens also, they don't blame anyone. I've seen my Shiksha Guru also. So wonderful. He never blames anyone. That's how we have to learn. Every situation, you cannot blame anyone. The situations are situations, what to do. And very nicely spoken by here. If something good happens, nobody praises Lord. Something bad happens, everybody puts blame on Lord. Oh Lord, can you not see or what? So, teaching this, once so happened, king tells to his minister that every day throw some rubies or jewels from the terrace. He used to do that. Other people used to collect and go. They never even looked up who is doing that. So the minister says, every day you're telling me to throw some wealth. Nobody is even bothered to see who is doing that. He said, you want everybody to look up? Okay, start throwing stones. And everybody looked up. Hey, who is doing that? So this is the case of all of us. When something adverse happens, oh Lord, you are responsible. When something good is there, I am responsible. Why? Because of my karmas I have got. So in this way, nice, this is given here. Yeah. Yes, Anija Prabhu.
Mataji, this one sentence is written in translation as well as in purport. This says, destination intended for the perpetrator of irreligious acts is also intended for one who identifies the perpetrator. And purport also says, thus for a devotee, the identifier is equally a sinner like a mischief monger. Mischief monger is a sinner, but what is the role of the identifier and why he is sinner? What does this mean,
Try to
identifier?
analyze. Yeah, that is true. He's trying to analyze what is right, what is wrong.
But he is doing a good job analyzing what is good or wrong, why he is sinner. I am not able to understand.
Yeah, that is what is given here. Who is identifying the perpetrator? It is also included as sinner only.
He is doing a good job according to me. He is identifying the perpetrator that he has done wrong.
That is only
He is
he is
considered as
identifying.
sinner, no?
He is only identifying superficial. He is not able to understand the root of the things. Okay, the suffering. He is
Okay.
able to identify the suffering and the person who is given in the suffering. But the root cause, we don't know in what janma that person is given.
It means he is identifying them as the cause of the suffering, whatever is happening. So that is
He
why
is
he is
only
sinner.
identifying in a small way, as
Okay.
per his understanding. It's only a relative thing. According to him, he is wrong. But according to superior authorities or superior law, that must be right. Don't know. In the
Okay.
previous life, he must have given something like that. His karmas are so bad. So the superior authorities may say, very right, wonderful thing he has done. हाँ तुमने किया ना अभी तुमको मिला है, अच्छा हुआ. But immediate person who is seeing that, he may think that, oh, what is happening? Why is he suffering? We don't know how many people he has caused sufferings. So there is a superior authority, a superior judge. There is a immediate judge, remote judge, superior judge. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
That is why here Prabhupada says he is a sinner. Why is a sinner? Why the word sinner is equally a sinner? For a devotee, the identifier is equally a sinner. Because the devotee does not give, does not blame anyone. Like how Jesus Christ did not blame anyone. In fact, he was compassionate to everybody. So that is how pure devotees are identified. They don't blame anyone. And that stage is very high stage. Generally, we blame everyone, isn't it? Except us, we blame everyone. But pure devotees, they don't blame anyone. That level is very high level. In fact, somebody blames, they look at him also as a sinner. And they tell that you don't understand you don't understand the law of nature. That is how they scold. Okay. अथवा देवमायाया नूनं गतिर्गोचर चेतसो वचसश्चापि भूतानाम् इति निश्चयः. Thus it is concluded that the Lord's energies are inconceivable. No one can estimate them by mental speculation or by jugglery words. So athava, so in this way, nobody can identify mayaha nunam gati agocharaha, inconceivable energy of Lord, either by our mind, that is chetasaha, or by words. We cannot have conclusion. So this is the last verse. Kusum, read.
Hare Krishna Mataji under Pranam. अथवा देवमायाया मूलं गतिरगोचरा चेतसो वचसश्चापि भूतानाम् इति निश्चयः. Translation in purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Jai. Thus it is concluded that the Lord's energies are inconceivable. No one can estimate them by mental speculation or by word jugglery. Purport: a question may be raised as to why a devotee should refrain from identifying an actor, although he knows definitely that the Lord is the ultimate doer of everything. Knowing the ultimate doer, one should not pose himself as ignorant of the actual performer. To answer this doubt, the reply is that the Lord is also not directly responsible for everything is done by his deputed Maya Shakti or material energy. The material energy is always provoking doubts about the supreme authority of the Lord. The personality of religion knew perfectly well that nothing can take place without the sanction of the Supreme Lord, and still he was put into doubts by the deluding energy, and thus he refrained from mentioning the supreme cause. This doubtfulness was due to the contamination of both Kali and the material energy. The whole atmosphere of the age of Kali is magnified by the deluding energy, and the proportion of measurement is inexplicable. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
So the supreme cause is not mentioned. One is completely delusion. Supreme cause is Lord. If that is not understood, then one may give variety of answers. Okay. So the personality of religion knew perfectly well that nothing can place without the sanction of Lord. He say no patta bhi nahi hilta hai. Not a blade of grass moves without the sanction of Lord. There's also the proverb is also there. So in this way, the personality of religion knew that the cause of all causes is Lord. That is why it did not blame anyone. That means Lord has to be blamed. She or the cause. Lord is also not to be blamed. It's a Maya Shakti. Everything is done by his Shakti, Maya Shakti. So somebody can say Lord is the cause of all the causes. That means he is only giving the suffering.
But Mataji, always we say Shakti is not different from Shaktiman. When it is being done by
Yes.
Shakti, so Shaktiman will be held responsible, no?
That's why he is held responsible. No? Cause of all causes. The Lord says, no, no, not me, my energy. So who is the doer? The answer is 3 are doers, 3 are non-doers. When it comes to good things, everybody takes a name. Lord says, I did. Energy says, I did. Soul says, I did. When it comes to wrong things, everybody points out, no, not I. Okay? So let's stop here. Meet on Thursday. Panchakalpa Samudasya, Kripa Sindhu Deva Chapati Taram Pavani Vishnu.